people are members of the Creative Industries KTN? Quite a number. For those of you who are, I'll just explain who we are. We are an agency which aims to be a kind of catalyst for innovation within the creative industries, enabled and driven by new technology. We work very closely with what is really the government, the only plank in the government's strategy for growth, which is the Technology Strategy Board, which invests very significant sums of public money across industry sectors, literally from kind of rocket science through healthcare, transport, the built environment to creative industries. Our role is, if you like, to act as a kind of critical friend for the Technology Strategy Board. We try to engage with, as effectively as we can, with creative industries to understand what the needs, challenges and opportunities of businesses trying to scale up, to grow, to create services and products that people are passionate about. To then advise the Technology Strategy Board on the best way that they can invest in R&D programs to support that growth, and then in turn to try and re-engage creative businesses in Technology Strategy Board programs. There are two kind of key things running at the moment. One is the establishment of a new major technology innovation centre called the Catapult for the Connected Digital Economy, which will have a minimum of £50 million Technology Strategy Board investment over the next 5 years, and will open sometime early next year. The second, specifically focused on the creative industries, is a programme around convergence, which is a £2 million programme. We're just launching the second phase of that, which is around the development of tools which enable early stage development of cross-platform products. In addition to working with the Technology Strategy Board, we're working across kind of 4 key themes which we think are critical to growth in the creative economy at the moment. They are, as a primary theme, convergence, and today we've persuaded the TFB to run a program in that area. User-centered design, which we believe quite passionately is at the heart of all successful innovation in this sector. And arguably it's understanding users and understanding how to design beautiful interfaces for users that made Apple so successful. The third is business models, where I think, and again, the impact of technological innovation is to require a level of innovation in business models, which, I have to say, in many respects, creative industries have been reluctant to adopt, and as they try to shore up 20th century business models. And finally, the program that we're working with Uday on, which is around access to finance. And I think there have been no end of bodies from the CBI through Nesta, Demos, the government's own Creative Industry Council, which have identified access to finance as, which is a problem in the current economic climate for every business, particularly SMEs, but where there are particular issues, I think, that affect the creative industries, which is where there are a disproportionate number of micros and SMEs, many of whom have, they have a very varied kind of range of business models, outputs and products. Many of the people who are running creative businesses actually aren't terribly interested in running a business. They're just passionate about what it is they make. So there are, I think, particular challenges there in terms of education that's required, in terms of people wanting to run businesses that will scale up and grow. IP is something that I think a lot of investors are very reluctant to see as being a real asset that they can take as kind of equity in a return on the investment they make. So I think there are particular problems in terms of getting finance into creative businesses, and it's that challenge that we're working with Uday to address. And today's event, the RiffStream, if you like, is kind of the alpha version of what we hope will become a catalyst for meetings, discussions, exchanges between people on both sides of this equation, the people who have the finance and the people who need it in order to scale their businesses up. As I say, this is a prototype. Thank you very much for coming and participating in it. We hope you have a good day. and that, you know, that we will all, you know,